Ilhan Omar declares Somali criminals in the U.S. are not going anywhere. Specifically, Somali criminals. So she is saying the criminals are not going anywhere.
Yep.
This is on the Joe Reed Show. Go ahead, Rob.
I know that those of us who are Somali in this country see ourselves as Americans. That's what our passport says. That's what our nationality is. And we know that we are protected by the 14th Amendment. We know that we're not going anywhere. And there is no way. I mean, he needs to just, I know he says he hasn't met me. Maybe he should spend 5 minutes with me, because then he would know that as Somalis, we are never intimidated, and, you know, we're never going to feel like our esteem or confidence
Look at
is
that American
shaken
flag in the back. That's
Yeah,
it,
get the
by
hell
a
outta
bigoted
here.
fool,
She probably spits on that thing every
making
day.
a mockery of the White House, of our nation, and of the presidency.
We are staying here and we are not going anywhere. Why? Because we are a taxpayer, we are citizens, we are legal residents, we are contributors, we are consumers, we serve our military, we serve our law enforcement, we serve our medical facilities in the United States, we serve our education system, we serve in any blue-collar jobs in America. So we are in every single industry in America, we are in it. Because of that, we are part of the society, and to select a certain community is un-American. So we're staying here and we're not going anywhere, right? Assalamu alaikum wa Somali Ma'asalama.
There's a lot of discourse right now amongst, Somalis, being that Trump is now openly basically saying he don't mess with him, right? Not gonna lie, amongst everyone Trump has come against, Somalis might be the last one to go, bro. If he does start getting rid of them, it is gonna take a long time, bro. People talk about Minnesota Somalis, and that, they're kind of the topic of conversation whenever Somalis get brought up. But Columbus, Ohio, man, if you're from here, you know, Somalis are everywhere, bro. They are everywhere. They are not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. I remember when I was 5 years old, my mom had sent me and my brother to a school that was basically all Somali. And when I mean all Somali, I mean like the only non-Somali kids in that school were me, my brother, and like 2 white kids that were in his grade. Everybody else was Muslim, Somali. Mind you, I was 5 years old, okay? This is like 16 years ago. Now, all the teachers were white women, and the principal was like an Arab woman. Not sure of her exact ethnicity, but she was clearly an Arab woman. And I think that was the start of my interest in like other cultures and understanding different kinds of people, because my brother would get into like religion debates in like the 3rd grade. And you can imagine how bad the talking points were, being that they were 3rd graders trying to debate religion. Just all talking points that they probably just heard their parents say. And I don't think I realized how unique that experience was until I got older. Now, no clue why my mom put us in that school. We only went there for like a year, and we went to a white school the next year.
Somalis said they are not going anywhere. Oh, you heard me right. They said they are not going anywhere. And the reality is that Somalis are no longer refugee anymore. Oh yes, they are not. They are not people that are without documentation anymore. They came in as refugee in the 90s. But right now, they are no longer refugee because a lot of them has become citizens. I mean, we're going to be diving deep into why there's so much confidence. Somali said, you can't take us anywhere. 14th Amendment covered us. We are not refugee any longer. We pay tax. We contribute to the economy. We have proper documentation. And right now it looks like those guys have upper hands. Anyway, guys, welcome to my channel. This is Q-Show's Watch. Do me a favor, subscribe, like, and share, because What we do here is to educate and enlighten people about events that is happening all over the world. So subscribe to this channel if you love what you're watching. And of course, credit belongs to the original creator of every content and stitches into this episode. Let's dive into why there's so much confidence in the hearts of Somalis and they're saying that they are going nowhere. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Do you know what the predominant religion is in Somalia? Take a guess. Islam. Over 99% of the population. You guessed it.
Somalis are not terrorizing this nation. We are helping it thrive. Somalis have always seen themselves as a fabric of this nation. So
Are you sure about that, Elon Omar? You want to retract that statement? Nope. All right, let's pull up some facts, shall we? Let's pull up some more. Right. Helping America thrive. Here's where my problem lies. Elon Omar is always talking negatively about America, the country that she resides in, and she's always speaking highly about Somalia. You know, the country that she won't go back to. It's amazing how much high esteem Somalia gets when it's coming out of her mouth, just speaking about it, when in actuality, here are the facts about Somalia. So for starters, United States listed Somalia as a level 4 risk. It's the highest level of advisory. Do not travel there. They're saying it's high crimes, high terrorism, don't forget kidnapping and piracy. Also, forgive me for my pronunciation, but Al-Shabaab conducts terrorism attacks, bombings in Mogadishu. So that's Somalia. Organized crime is very prevalent. It's a hub for human trafficking, illicit network. Oh yeah, and we can't forget in Somalia, there's weak governance. They have poor law enforcement, and also some areas are heavily restricted and governed by Sharia law.
So what she's basically saying, and again, let me preface this by saying that if somebody is here in the United States of America and they're embracing the culture and they're respecting our laws and they stand up for the flag and, you know, they acknowledge the fact that they are here based off of privilege and standing on the shoulders of people that have warred, fought, and has progressed this country, sometimes not so much agreeing with how things are going, especially when it came to diversity, equity, and inclusion. But, you know, in a general sense, we fight for betterment. And a lot of times it's not always pretty. But then you come over and you take advantage of what happens here in the United States of America, while at the same time disrespecting us, and then won't even go back to your own country to make it better, but send resources that you've acquired here and then feel entitled to be taken care of by American taxpayers. And so what I've seen is people that are finessing the system, people that have taken advantage of American taxpayers. When you're talking about amongst the highest of people in the United States of America that is on government food stamps and welfare, that is not contributing into the country. And we need to start vetting more effectively for the people that come over here, because we should not be made to take care of people that are over here while at the same time being disrespected. I don't think that that's too much to ask for us to be prioritizing the best and the brightest. And I don't really care about your past circumstances unless it is coming with some kind of crime or all of that type of stuff. But to come over here and to say that we're supposed to embrace your culture while you basically take over an entire city, and then massive fraud is being discovered the entire time. And not only that, but it's being hidden. And you have people that are apologizing, liberals that are apologizing on your behalf, while at the same time you finessing taxpayers. It's almost like me thanking you for robbing me, and then I have to make sure that you're comfortable while you're doing it. And I think that that's incredibly disrespectful. You know, I've had several people that email me and say crazy stuff about how, you know, I shouldn't align with white people. And
immigration status of Somalis who are living here in Minnesota.
Yeah, Amy, almost all of them are already American citizens, just a small number of them still in the immigration pipeline. 58% were born here in the United States, and then a huge chunk of the remaining 42% have become naturalized citizens. So it's about 95% of the entire population of Somalis in Minnesota who are already U.S. citizens. Now, you know, a lot of times they do live and work in little groups in geographic centers near each other, as a lot of immigration populations have over the years. And also, just like a lot of immigration populations over the years, as the generations move on, they tend to integrate more into the rest of American society. In fact, I talked to a Somali author today who told me that the Gen Z and younger Somalis really don't even know much about the country of Somalia.
Do we know about the immigration
A lot of my community works 3 jobs and they work so hard and they try to be part of this society in America. And they are not less than American, they are an American. And those people are not going anywhere. I just want to clear this out. Our president, we are here to protect those people and we're here to represent them.
Somalis are not terrorizing this nation. We are helping it thrive. Somalis have always seen themselves as a fabric of this nation. So not only are we not going anywhere, we are not going to allow anybody to make us feel less Minnesotan or less American. Somalis are not terrorizing this nation. We are helping it thrive. Somalis have always seen themselves as a fabric of this nation. Not only are we not going anywhere, we are not going to allow anybody to make us feel less Minnesotan or less American.
Well, they're not Americans. That's the issue. They're not U.S. citizens. That's why they have temporary protective status. Like if they, and she's talking directly in response to the revocation of the temporary protective status. The temporary protective status does 2 major things. You can't be deported, and you can work legally in this country. Well, if you're an American citizen, you won't be deported. You can't be deported. And if you're an American citizen, you're legally allowed to work anyway. So you wouldn't need temporary protective status.
Know that he called African nations a shithole in his first administration. We know that when he came down that escalator, he said he was going to stop Muslim immigration into this country. And so it is not surprising that he is going after black immigrants in this country. And it's certainly not surprising that he's choosing a black immigrant community that is also Muslim. But what I would like to say is that most of us are citizens. On our passport, it says we are nationals of this country. We love that Minnesota has welcomed us. Many of us have not been settled in Minnesota. We chose it as a home because the Minnesota people and the state is beautiful and very welcoming. And we are going to be here regardless of what the president has to say.
Do you know that 37% of Somalis have naturalized? 58% are born in America. Therefore, 95% of Somalis are citizens. Let me say it again. 95% of Somalis are citizens. You see the effrontery, the confidence, the boldness with which Ilhan Omar and several other Somalis are saying that we go nowhere. See the effrontery? It is because of this fact. 95% of them are citizens. So they own the passport of America. So when they are saying that they're not going anywhere, they're not speaking from their head that just want to make themselves happy. No, they are speaking from the fact that according to the Constitution, nobody has the right to throw them out because they are citizens. This is what a lot of Americans don't know. And let me break it down. Once you are a citizen of America, irrespective of where you come from, the law, which is the Constitution, protects you. Know that some Somalis misbehave, siphon money, embezzle money, and no doubt about that. But those ones that are persecuted, have you asked yourself why those that were actually persecuted, they are still in America, serving some time in America, prison, or being detained? That is the worst that can happen to them. They can't be sent out of America because they are citizens. Those ones you saw that have been detained, have been arrested by ICE, they're the ones that are on TPS, temporary status, which today, the 17th of March, has been revoked. The president of America said it gave them about 3 months from January, and today is the 90th day that he gave them, that they are advised to leave or they face legal action. Now the question is, how many of them are leaving? 5%. 5% that are not citizens, that are on TPS. Those are the ones that can leave. But the question is, even the 5% of them, are they leaving? They are not leaving because America is a good place. They know what it means to be in a country where there is unstable politics, unstable economy. There's always, rancor here and there. So they understood what it means exactly to leave this kind of an environment that favors them and to go back to their home country that has nothing to offer them. You see why? This is why they're not leaving. And let me say the truth that a lot of people are shying away from. 95% of Somalis are citizens. So now the question is it the 95% that actually committed fraud? No. The answer is no. Just few of them. And some of them has been arrested. They've been arrested. While some of them, investigation is ongoing to fish them out. Now the question is, will that warrant, or should that warrant the entire population of Somalis in Minnesota to be deported? I guess the answer is no, because the Constitution does not even allow that. But am I against fraud and scams that was done by few Somalis? Yes, I'm against it because it is terrible, it's bad. But the law of America, which is the Constitution, says once you are born in America, or once you have proper documentation, you are a citizen. And this is the confidence that the Somalis have. And they said they are not going anywhere. Anyway, guys, let me know what your take. What is your take? What Somalis is, are literally going to go back to Somalia? I know they won't go back because, Somalia is not a palatable place for them to go. But all fingers crossed. Let's see what's going to happen. This president is not also joking. President Trump is not joking. When he says it, he meant it. Let's see. Time will tell if Somalis will leave or not. Do me a favor, guys. Subscribe to this channel if you love this great content. Share and hype this video so that a lot of other people can get to see or know what is happening in America, especially in Minnesota, which is a state majorly for Somalis. Thank you guys for watching, and bye for now.